What's up, dudes? I'm the Dominicator, and in this video, I'm going to hypnotize you to develop a weightlifting habit. As in all of my videos, you'll be asked to comment at the end while hypnotized, so go ahead and log into an account that you can use for that. Shout out to Charlie for commissioning this video. Thanks, dude. Your support is appreciated. Alright, dudes. A little explanation first. There are a few things that you can do to help develop a weightlifting habit. The first thing is to develop an interest in lifting weights. The more that you know about weightlifting, the easier that it is to perform the exercises, the more confident that you feel about going into the gym. The more that you know, the more interested that you are in weightlifting, the more interested that you are, the easier that it is to perform the lifts. So if you start by learning just a little bit, then that can help to pique your interest. Once you learn a little bit more, then your interest will grow. And the more that your interest grows, the more that you'll want to lift. The second thing is to put your lifting, the feelings associated with your lifting, in a different perspective. Whenever you're lifting, whenever you're flexing your muscles, you can give your attention to the muscles that you're flexing. And you can feel nice, wonderful feelings associated with the flexing of those muscles as you lift with each and every repetition that you take. And you can also feel the wonderful feelings of relaxation whenever you bring the weight down. And if you're able to feel wonderful feelings whenever you're lifting with each and every repetition, no matter whether or not you're flexing those muscles or you're relaxing them, then you'll naturally want to lift more and more. Now, a third thing that you can do is to have some sort of trigger for your weightlifting. That might be a time-based trigger, or it could be an event-based trigger. For example, for time, it could be whenever you arrive home from work. Whenever you arrive home, then you might start lifting weights. Or it could be whenever you're about to have a really big dinner, so that right before you have your dinner, you can lift weights. You can reap all the benefits from having that nice high-carb and high-protein and good protein quality dinner. Well, fourth thing that you can do is to draw inspiration from sources around you. So, for example, whenever you look at another weightlifter dude, you can draw inspiration from that dude, knowing that the only difference between you and that dude is that he has developed a weightlifting interest, that he has an interest in lifting weights, that he has drawn his attention toward all of the tiny little muscle fibers that he's using and all the muscle groups that he's using whenever he lifts weights, that he enjoys lifting weights for that reason, and that he has a time or event-based trigger, and that perhaps whenever he gets home from work, or perhaps right before his dinner, he lifts weights, and that he's developed this regimentation. And over the course of time, this has made him into a bulky, husky weightlifter dude. And seeing as that he was once an average dude, you can become just like him. So dudes, if you want to become just like that weightlifter dude, then just continue listening to the sound of my voice. And now to begin, I want you to look at the pocket watch right in front of you. I want you to notice as it sways back and forth, and back and forth. And just continue listening to the sound of my voice as you begin to relax. And begin taking very deep, nice, wonderful breaths. Very deep breaths in and out as you continue listening to the sound of my voice and just relaxing, watching the pocket watch sway back and forth. And you might begin to notice, you may begin to notice that your eyes begin to feel a little tired and heavy, sleepy feeling as you continue watching the watch go back and forth and listening to the nice and restful, calming sound of my voice as you do. But I want you to keep those eyes open. I want you to keep your eyes open and just continue listening to the sound of my voice as you just relax. And with each and every word that I say, just allow your muscle fibers to relax even more, relaxing even more with each and every word that I say, and relaxing even more with each and every breath that you take. And it just feels so good to just relax, and so good to just listen to the sound of my voice. Just listen to the sound of my voice as you go down into an even deeper state of relaxation with each and every word. And you can imagine that the pocket watch is beginning to draw you in. And as it draws you in, you can feel a magnetic force on your eyes. And as it draws you in, it begins to rock you back and forth and back and forth. And with each and every swing, as it rocks you back and forth, it rocks you back and forth into a nice and very safe and secure and restful and peaceful state of mind. As does my voice. As by listening to the sound of my voice seems to just rock you back and forth and back and forth. And the more that you continue listening, the more that your muscles just relax, the more that your whole body just relaxes, more and more with each and every word that I say. It just feels so good to listen to the sound of my voice and to allow all of those muscles to relax. And watching the pocket watch go back and forth and back and forth is just so easy. It's just like repetitions of weightlifting. It's just like lifting weight up and down and up and down. And you can picture and imagine and visualize as you're watching the pocket watch. You can picture and imagine and visualize that you're doing a dumbbell curl. You have a dumbbell in your hand and you're lifting it up and down and up and down. And as you picture and imagine and visualize that while you're watching the pocket watch sway back and forth and listening to the sound of my voice, you feel how easy that it is to lift the weight up and down. It's just so natural, so easy, and so very smooth. Such a wonderful feeling. And as you continue to picture and imagine and visualize this, I want you to allow your mind to just drift and allow whatever images might come into your mind to come in. You might imagine that you're doing some exercises, perhaps a bench press, or maybe some push-ups. And as you do picture and visualize and imagine those things, I just want you to continue relaxing, listening to the sound of my voice, take you down even deeper. And pretty soon, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And as I count from 1 to 5, your mind is just going to continue to drift into doing those exercises. And as you do, you're going to feel yourself begin to slip down to a nice and wonderful and sleep-like state. A nice and wonderful sleep-like state in which you enter a dream. Each and every word that I say and the events that I describe are just going to appear inside of your mind. It's just as if you're reading a book. And you'll feel so good and so very nice and pleasant as you slip down to that wonderful, deeply relaxed and dreamy state of mind. Whenever I reach 5 and I snap my fingers, those eyes are going to snap down shut all the way. Completely down shut. And your mind is going to snap down all the way, completely down shut, as it enters a nice and relaxed and dreamy state of mind. And now, we're going to begin with 1. As you sink down into that wonderful, relaxed state, just imagining lifting the weights. And 2, and feel how good that it feels to lift those weights. How good, and that with each and every repetition, you can just relax a little bit more, knowing that you're on the path to becoming a weightlifter dude. And 3, and as you do, feel a wonderful sense of accomplishment with each and every repetition. And just relax down even more. And 4, and you're almost there to a nice and deeply relaxed state of mind. And 5, sleep. Sleep down all the way, Allow your entire body to relax and allow your mind just to drift down. Allow all the muscles in your body to relax, just as if you've finished lifting weights. And you feel so good just to drop down even more, to drift away even more. And now I want you to imagine and picture and visualize. Imagine and picture and visualize that your curiosity about weightlifting, is something that you can feel inside of your body. You know how it feels to be curious, the desire to know something. There are so many things about weightlifting that can make it so interesting. For example, all the different kinds of exercises that can work each and every muscle group in the body. All the muscle groups in the body, like the calves, or the hamstrings, or the quads, or the abs, the obliques, the triceps, the biceps, the deltoids, and the traps. And you wonder, perhaps, if you don't already know what all of these terms mean, and the kinds of exercises that can work each and every muscle group in the body. You might wonder how to do a proper push-up, or how to do a proper bench press. You might wonder how to lift, or what tempo that you should lift with, how many reps you should do, how many sets you should do, how fast. The more that you wonder these things, the more curious that you become, the more interested that you become in weightlifting. The more that you know, the more interested that you become. The more that you satisfy your curiosity, the more that your interest will grow. And the more interested that you become, the more interested that you are in testing out all of these new techniques that you'll learn. And the more that you do, the easier that it will be to develop a weightlifting habit. And as you're performing all of these exercises, I want you to notice all of the little feelings inside of your muscles. Just imagine that you're performing a dumbbell curl, that you're lifting a weight up with one of your hands, and you're flexing your bicep. And as you imagine that, I want you to imagine the feeling of your bicep flexing, and feel all of the dominant and masculine energy surging into your bicep. It just feels so good to flex that bicep. It just feels so good to lift the weight, to feel the heaviness and the tension inside of your hand, resisting your bicep. And the more and more that you feel that, the better and better that you feel. And now I want you to imagine taking the weight down and just relaxing that muscle entirely, and relaxing all the muscles in your body even more. And as you relax, you feel a nice and wonderful, pleasant sensation, a deeply pleasant sensation of relaxation and relief from all of that stress and tension in your muscles. And so you feel wonderful feelings whenever you're flexing those muscles, and also whenever you're relaxing those muscles. And so you feel good throughout the entire workout. And so to feel good about all of your workouts, all you have to do is draw your attention toward your muscles, the muscles that you're using, and feel that nice and warm and masculine and dominant energy rushing inside of you, and feel the wonderful and pleasant feeling of relaxation as you relax your muscles. And it creates a wonderful and pleasant sensation each and every repetition that you take. And you feel a sense of relief after each and every repetition, and an even deeper sense of relief after each and every set, and an even deeper sense of relief and accomplishment after each and every workout. And it just feels so good to work out. It feels so good to work out that you want to work out each and every day. You might do a split. You might split up your body into 3 parts. Do the upper body one day, and the legs the other day, and then the core area the 3rd day. But you just want to work out each and every day because it feels so good. And that can help you establish a regimen that can get you even deeper into weightlifting and become even more disciplined. And so you might have a certain time of the day when you want to do your weightlifting. It may be in the morning, Or it may be right after you get off of work. It might be before your dinner. And I want you to imagine that time and imagine feeling a sense of curiosity about weightlifting during that time and a sense of anticipation about your weightlifting routine about that time and all of the positive feelings that are associated with weightlifting, and that lifting weights at that point in time would make you feel so good that you would rather lift weights than do anything else. And I just want you to picture and imagine and visualize that each and every time that you hit your trigger, that you feel that sense of anticipation about your weightlifting regimen, that you feel so ready to hit those weights, because weightlifting at that time would feel so good that it's all that you want to do. You are so very ready to become a weightlifter dude. Each and every time that you do a workout, you become closer and closer to becoming a weightlifter dude. And now I want you to picture and imagine and visualize a weightlifter dude. It could be somebody that you know, or it might be a version of yourself that's a lot huskier and a lot bulkier. And I want you to imagine that weightlifter dude. Whenever you do imagine that weightlifter dude, I want you to feel a feeling of motivation swelling up inside of you, knowing that that was once an average dude, and that by doing exactly what you're doing right now, that he became a weightlifter dude, that by having an interest in weightlifting, that by feeling good feelings during his weightlifting, and that by having a regimen, that he became a weightlifter dude, and that you can just as easily become a weightlifter dude. And each and every time that you see a weightlifter dude, each and every time that you picture, imagine, or visualize a weightlifter dude, I want you to experience this feeling of motivation surging inside of you, knowing that everything that that weightlifter dude has accomplished is something that's within your reach, and that all you have to do is just maintain your weightlifting habit, and you will become just like that weightlifter dude. And then it won't even take that long at all. That if you just continue a weightlifting regimen, within a few months that you'll put on so much muscle mass. In fact, you put on so much muscle mass, more muscle mass than any other time in the very beginning of your weightlifting regimen. And that within even 3 months, then you'll see so much difference. And within 6 months, you'll see even more. And within a year, you'll see even more. And you'll get closer and closer to becoming just like that weightlifter dude each and every day. And that idea and that thought and that feeling just makes you feel so good. And so I want you to think that thought and have those feelings each and every time that you see a weightlifter dude. And that, my dudes, that will help motivate you to get even closer to becoming just like that weightlifter dude. Now in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And as I count from 1 to 5, you're slowly but surely going to come back into the waking world. When I reach 5, I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I do, your eyes will open. You'll be completely and totally awake. And once you do, I want you to leave a comment. I want you to leave a comment that says, "Thank you for hypnotizing me, bro." I want you to leave a comment that says, "Thank you for hypnotizing me, bro." And after you do, you're going to feel so good because you know that you've started on the path to becoming a weightlifter dude. And that just makes you feel so good. And you feel an instantaneous surge of interest and curiosity about weightlifting and a desire to feel the weights in your hands. Now I'm going to begin, starting with 1 as you begin to come up, and 2, feeling that sense of curiosity rising inside of you. 3, you're halfway there. And 4, you're almost there. Almost a weightlifter dude. And 5. Alright dudes, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and check out Dominicator.com to visit my t-shirt store or to commission a video yourself. Later, dudes.